Hey y'all, welcome back to Real Raw and Sweet Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. If you are a returning member to the Soul Tribe, welcome back. Pisces, this is your reading. During this eclipse that we've had the 17th and the 18th, it's been a really intense week for everybody. I feel like a lot of people are losing people. People are falling into, actually wrote it down. People need to, it's a lot of karmic closures that are happening. So if you have any karmic debt, like you have any type of way you wrong somebody, you could be collecting that karma debt at this time. Like you could be having a hard time. You could be facing karma at this time. Or you could be having a karmic closure moment with somebody. So this could be like a karmic twin flame, a karmic soulmate, whatever the case may be. I'm not really huge on like titles and everything like that when it comes to the spiritual aspect of how everything breaks down. So, you know, take what's for you. If you feel like somebody's your twin flame, whatever. But I feel like a lot of you guys are in some type of karmic tie with somebody, but it's coming to its end. It's coming to its closure. And also, this is a reset of your intuition. These are things specifically for your sign, but I feel like everybody should be kind of like following this for this time period. But there's a need to reset your identity. A lot of you guys may be feeling like, oh, there's really a huge part of myself that I need to change. There's some type of part of my truth that I really want to fully live in. So now there's also the time for that. And then the last thing was take away what's draining you. So you could have something that's like always taking away from your energy, always draining your peace. Welcome to whoever is here and whoever is joining me right now. My number one fan, whoever is on here first. Thank you for always being here. But yeah, take away what's draining you. I feel like that is very important, not even just for the time of this eclipse. It's just in general. Like if somebody is always draining your spirit, draining your light, yeah, they're energy vampires and they shouldn't be around. But we're going to spark your reading off with the Akashic Records. What brings you closer to your soul's purpose for Pisces. Connect to your intuition. And that is lovely because that's literally what you need to be doing at this time. You know how I said, take away what's draining you? You need to take away what's draining you that is lying in your intuition. There's something in your subconscious that has been there for some time. And I feel like it's time for you to let it go. And if it's a person, let it go. If it's something from your past, a past memory that just you hold on so dearly, but it's draining you, it's time to let it go. Like this, let that be the last time you think about it. Let this be the last time you have this conversation with this person that you're not supposed to be dealing with anymore. But anyways, connect to intuition says repeating patterns are keeping you from making a new choice in this situation. Break free from old ways of thinking and ask for new insight. So a lot of you guys need to ask for guidance at this time. Maybe this could be time for prayer or meditation. You know, whatever you believe is what is best for you that gets you the answers that you're like needing right now. Because I feel like a lot of you guys maybe be disconnected. I said maybe be. A lot of you guys may be disconnected from your third eye. You may be disconnected from your crown chakra. Like that's where you gain insight at. Like, yeah. So it's a need to tap in this week, Pisces. Definitely meditate if you are a meditator, because she just looks like she's in such serene peace with her eyes closed. So this is giving me the idea that somebody could meditate. But also, I kind of really just said it because that's a main artery of a way to tap into your intuition. And also pray, like pray for something to be revealed, or ask for a specific sign. I actually read something before. This woman said, she asked for the most random thing, like, God, if this is my husband, make this man talk about, I forget what it was, but let's just use a food as an example. If this is my husband, please give me the confirmation because this man will ask me, do I like oxtails? And sure enough, if the man asked, it ended up being like her whole life was really dictated around that prayer that she made because whatever had happened, the man had said the word she was looking for and they really ended up getting married. Ooh, it's got like a piercing sound in my ear. Sorry. They really ended up getting married and having children and the whole nine. And it really ended up being the person she ended up being with. So ask for signs. Ask for signs. And if you don't believe in God, the divine, you know, whatever, whoever you look up to, whoever your higher power is, ask for signs and they will be delivered. And that's really going to help you dictate a lot of your choices. It could be a lot of confirmation of your intuition as well. Like, you know, I have been thinking about this, but I need the confirmation. Let me ask for it. But let's get into the what lies beneath, okay? What lies beneath the surface of what's going on for you for the remainder of February for Pisces. Channeling the remainder of February. Yeah, this card out right here, it already got me feeling like, yeah, I'm already seeing what you need to, whatever reset you're about to have or whatever karmic closure, you need to have it. Because the first card out is something that, I already feel like it's your energy. I could be wrong. Last shuffle for Pisces. That's it. Okay. We have here private relationship. That's what I was talking about. Can't wait to dive into that and see who that is. If it's you, if it's a third party, if it's your person, what's going on. Private relationship. We have outdated old news. Whenever this card comes out, I like to make it known. This is usually an ex. This is usually old energy, past energy, somebody that you see as irrelevant. Now, I ain't paid them no attention since 2023, but they're still on my line. They're still in my energy. They still want me. Fulfilling a fantasy. I don't personally like this card just for the sheer fact that this gives me somebody that's building up some type of illusion for you. Like, I'm going to tell you the best things in the world. I'm going to make you feel like the sweetest, like I'm the sweetest person. I'm really building up something for you that's not true. Also, this could be your energy. You could be creating a whole vision of your life with somebody in your mind. You're trying to fulfill your own fantasy, but this person isn't matching your vision. So last two cards are check yourself and envy. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, honey. I got the receipts. I always like to think that because there's so much documentation on this card, so much of paperwork. It really made me think somebody has like receipts or something. Somebody has screenshots and they're going to be like, oh, check yourself. And then you have envy here. Let's see. What's private relationship for Pisces? What's private relationship? Private relationship with whom or who's having the private relationship for Pisces? Is this Pisces? Private relationship. See, when the cards be stuck like this, it makes me feel like something is blocked or somebody really doesn't want you to know. The Chariot, Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer. You don't have to be. What else with the Chariot? Now, some of you guys could be moving towards a private relationship. Maybe there is something within you. Sorry, y'all, I got my little blanket here. Maybe there's something within you that makes you feel like, I'm really ready to have something just for me. I'm not ready for everybody to know about it yet. So you could be rushing towards a private relationship with somebody like, I know this is what I want to do. What else? What else with private relationship in the Chariot? The Nine of Cups in the reverse. Oh. Either you or a Cancer is racing towards a private relationship with somebody, really keeping something under wraps because they're not emotionally satisfied where they're at. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Somebody isn't really, somebody's emotions aren't fully in a relationship with somebody. And that's why they're running to be in a private relationship with somebody else, just period. Also, the Nine of Cups is like somebody's, I'm in the reverse. I'm not emotionally stable. I'm not fully happy where I'm at. I feel like I'm not living in luxury. This isn't and I'm not like talking about luxury as far as expenses and money. I'm talking about your idea of a happy life, your idea of satisfaction in your life. Somebody doesn't feel that. So somebody doesn't feel satisfied within their feelings for you, or this is your energy. And that's why you're racing. Like, I can't be this ingenuine. Put it like that. Yeah. You're not going to, if you're not emotionally satisfied somewhere or you don't really feel like this is the best that I can do, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody where I feel like I know I can do better. And I feel like a lot of you guys are in that energy. So you could be racing towards a private relationship with somebody else because you're like, no, the person that I'm with, they're not what I thought they were going to be, or there's no teamwork. Three of Pentacles here. You want to know what else I'm getting? Some of you guys could really be in a polyamorous relationship. This could be a throuple type thing, and you could be like inching your way out of it. Or somebody really could be in a private relationship with somebody else just for the sheer fact that their emotions weren't there anymore, but they were too cowardly to tell you. Or somebody could have been into some freaky shit as far as wanting to have threesomes or always wanting to have somebody join. Or you guys could have been having differences as far as feelings about that. But the Three of Pentacles is about like teamwork, putting in the effort for each other, being there for each other, showing up for each other, being there, doing things for each other to get the job done. We're supposed to be on one accord. You're supposed to meet me halfway. What else with the Three of Pentacles? Oh no. Underlying energy is the Empress. Some of you guys could be pregnant, or some of you guys could really be viewed as like the most high person to this person. And I'm not talking about like that. I'm talking about they just view you as they put you on a pedestal. Put it that way. I feel like they see how much you care about yourself and care about others, and you really do nurture to yourself. A lot of you guys could like book spa days. You could have regular nail appointments, regular hair appointments. It's just always something about how you take care of yourself, how you treat yourself, your body, your health, everything. Somebody realizes that. Y'all see that little orb or whatever? Anyways, but I feel like you're taking a lot more care of yourself now. I feel like a lot of you guys are the ones in the rushing energy. You want to leave and have that private relationship with whoever because you know you deserve more, or you just feel like this is what's better for me, and this makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself if I leave a situation where I know I could do better. What's outdated? What's outdated? Oh, okay, darling. All these cards falling. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody that don't have nothing going for themselves. It could be a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. Somebody doesn't. Where are you going in your life? Where do you see yourself elevating? You don't have any future goals. You don't have any type of motion. What else with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse? Somebody doesn't ever grow. It's like they never water to themselves enough to see the outcome of something. It's like they always give up. Somebody gives up too fast. Yeah. It's like somebody doesn't see better for themselves when you do. Queen of Wands. Could be a Sagittarius. Yeah, a lot of you guys could have a Sagittarius from your past. It could also be an Aries or a Leo. Yeah, but I just feel like they either didn't want enough, or like I said, they didn't elevate themselves as much as they could. And you're like, I don't want to be with nobody that doesn't want to keep growing. You're still stuck in the same spot, or you're still just never evolving. And I feel like this person could have been very attractive. They could have had something about their appearance or the way they express themselves, hair, outfit, whatever they did within their appearance, or just the fact that they're really sexy. They're a really good looking person. I feel like a lot of you guys, maybe that's why you were with them in the first place. But when you noticed, oh, everything else isn't coming behind it. Like, you don't want nothing for your future. We don't have the same goals. We don't view the same things. Like, I see myself being here in 5 years, when in reality, everything you're talking about is still surface level. Yeah, I feel like whoever this fire sign X is, you guys had real big differences. But this Queen of Wands energy, I'm telling you, maybe somebody feels like they can get their way when it comes to you. Maybe somebody feels like they can come in and be cocky now, because this is coming out with irrelevant and old news. What else with the Queen of Wands? Is she trying to reach out? Is he trying to reach out? Because remember, cards do not have genders, okay? Four of Cups. Yeah, you're emotionally unavailable. You don't want to hear shit. This person has to stay. Your feelings are very reserved right now. You're keeping them to yourself. So if this fire sign, this X, is reaching out to you, I feel like you really have nothing to say, and you're kind of giving them the cold shoulder at this time. Because like I said, this came out with the card outdated, old news, irrelevant. This person really is irrelevant in your world now. It's like, I don't even think about you. I don't check up on your social media no more. There is nothing about you that I think about or I care to even know about. Like, you're really old news. This is really old news. For a lot of you guys, this could be an ex from your past. And they're still just like, because I look good, I can go in and maybe try to talk to Pisces. But I feel like that's not the case. Like I said, you're very reserved energy right now. The Four of Cups, though, I do like to always make it a point, and I know y'all saw that card fall. I'm gonna get it. But the Four of Cups is also, don't be so emotionally unavailable that you miss out on opportunities, because that's a huge thing about that card. Because you see how somebody has their hand out with the shell, like open to tell them their feelings, but you don't want to hear it. You're just sitting there under the tree, like ignoring somebody's call for you. That could really be the call of your love life. And that's why the Four of Cups is such an important card, because it's like, yeah, I don't want to hear nobody. I don't want to hear anything anybody has to say. This is how I feel. I'm standing on it. I don't want anybody to get my feelings. They're reserved. I don't have feelings. They're germs right now. It's just not what I want to do. But like I said, don't miss out on opportunities of somebody that could genuinely love you, genuinely treat you right. Because, yeah, if you keep on sitting under that tree, having your head turned away to every single person that comes in with an offer, or you know, somebody that genuinely does have feelings, and you keep turning them away time and time again, it's like you're going to keep missing out. And to the point one day, you're going to blink, it's going to be 30 years, you're still sitting under that tree, but you're by yourself. You get what I'm saying? Okay. And we have 10 of Pentacles here. For some of you guys, you could have a child with this person, whoever this fire sign is. And if you don't, this could be somebody that's still involved with your family. They could still be around your family. You could consider, or you could have considered this person family. For some of you guys, this could be a family member, because I'm not seeing too much romantic shit. But I just feel like either somebody's money was always funny, or like I said, somebody didn't want better for themselves, so you had to let them go. What's fulfilling a fantasy for Pisces? What's fulfilling a fantasy? Page of Swords. I feel like this was a problem for you. This was like a conflict within your mind, because I feel like you had no choice but to keep filling your mind up with what you wanted it to see. Okay? All right, let's just take that off. Page of Swords is also about communication. So if you had some type of like vision of how somebody was supposed to treat you, or you were just like building up so much in your mind of how things were supposed to be, you could either be reaching out to somebody, letting them know that, and that's going to turn a page in the relationship, or somebody could be reaching out to you like, hey, I really thought things were going to be different, and you're not really giving me what I want, and that could end up causing an argument. What else with the Page of Swords? 10 of Cups. Yeah, for a lot of you guys, you have children with this person. You could have been engaged to them. You could have been married to them. I feel like you saw so much of a future with this person, but it's what your mind saw and not what they saw. And I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, everything should be shared and mutual energy. Do you see a future with me? What do I look like building my mind up, fulfilling a fantasy in my own mind, if you don't even see the same thing? We're not on reciprocated energy. What else with the Page of Swords? Somebody could be messaging you about your marriage, about your relationship, about your children. What else with the 10 of Cups, Page of Swords? I just feel like a lot of you guys really saw marriage and like the potential life with this person. Yeah, and now you're recovering from it. 3 of Swords in the reverse. You could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You don't have to be. But yeah. You're recovering because somebody betrayed your heart in a way you didn't think that they would. And I don't see any arguments or disputes out here, but there could have been a third party situation. Somebody could have been involved with somebody else, but you healed yourself from it because you were just like, I created in my mind that we were going to get married. We were going to be happy. We were going to have children, whatever. And for those of you that already do have the children, you're like, I just thought our relationship was going to amount to more. But I'm recovering from them being with a third party, because I mean, that just goes to show me they weren't on the same accord. It just is what it is. What else with the 3 of Swords in the reverse? And it's crazy because this person is heartbroken without you. They're suffering without you. They know what they did. What else? King of Wands in the reverse. Okay, we got a couple here. You could be very, very sexy, very, very attractive, very alluring. People always pay attention to you when you walk in a room. The way you wear your clothes, your hair, your makeup, whatever you do. And for my men, your haircut, your chain, yeah, your ice, whatever you be having on, it's really like nobody else's. That's why you stand out in a crowd, okay? But King of Wands in the reverse, 3 of Swords in the reverse, whatever fire sign this is, you guys were meant to be a couple. This was meant to be a match made in heaven. But somewhere along the way, somebody decided they want to go be with a third party. King of Wands in the reverse is somebody that's a charmer. Like, oh, I know I'm going to get my way because I look good. I know I'm going to pull shorty at the bar. Or, oh, girl, I know I'm going to beg him. It's nothing to it. You know, that's the type of person that this person is. And if they have to do something with somebody to get what they want, to get the money, to get that Chanel bag, to get that tennis bracelet, to get those shoes, to get that haircut, whatever the case may be, they're going to do it. Just period. So, yeah, you created a fantasy in your mind for somebody that was on some hoe shit, and it just is what it is. I really have no other way to say it. Somebody wanted to be free and freelance and keep being player of the year, man or woman, and they ended up suffering in the end. You saw so much with them, and I feel like at some point in time they could have been seeing that too, but they lost it now. You in recovery while they over there suffering. Yeah. And I know how I was saying that irrelevant, old dated, outdated, old news type of energy, it could have been a fire sign. But I'm almost thinking like that's really you. You are sexy, you're looking good, your feelings is turned off though. You ain't trying to have no feelings for nobody and don't want nobody to catch nothing for you. But it's something like, it's something about yourself that you, maybe within your ego that you need to boost. Like I said, there's something within your crown chakra that you really need to work on. Because if this whole depiction is about you, I truly, truly do feel like you need to raise your standards. You need to want more for yourself than just how you look or how you come off. There needs to be more within like your goal orientation. There could be two fire signs that had a baby, and that's who cheating together. So if it's so many different scenarios of how this way could go. Please take which one is for you, leave the rest for others. Check yourself. We have the Fool in the reverse and the Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah. Somebody is very, very childish. There could also be an age difference here with the Page of Wands in the reverse. Somebody could be older. Somebody could be younger. Okay. The fire sign could be older than you. They don't have to be. But the Fool in the reverse, somebody is very, very chaotic. Whoever this fire sign is, Gemini energy as well. That's what I'm saying. It's too many thoughts going throughout everybody's mind. All these swords, all these wands. Everybody want to stick their wand to somebody. Get their wand snatched. It's too much going on. And I feel like somebody's such a freelancer. They don't make wise choices. Somebody's very childish. The Fool in the reverse is somebody that does nothing but bring bullshit, drama, and chaos to your life. They always acting like a fool. Because the Fool in the upright is actually a good card. It's new beginnings. You're excited. You're in childlike energy. You're excited to try things new. Like, you know how it was when you're a child. Oh my God, what is this? I want to bite. You know, you're just excited for everything. In the reverse, you're doing everything in the wrong way. The complete opposite. I know that this is bad, but I'm going to do it. I know that this is going to stir shit up, but I'm going to do it. Yeah. And I feel like if somebody's like that, when it comes to sleeping around, somebody's vindictive. And that's why Check Yourself came out for them. Because I feel like somebody is the type of person to literally be vindictive and sleep around with people that you may not like or that you may not care for just to get back at you. So yeah, they need to check themselves before they fucking wreck themselves, because they're going through a lot. You're going to be trying to get back with Pisces, sleeping around with all these people. You're going to fuck around and catch something. That's why they got the documents on here. Yeah, tell somebody, pull up their my chart. Pull up your my chart. Pull up your UPMC documents. Pull up something, because the way you've been hopping around, there's no way you thinking you're coming back to me just because you look good. Please. What's envy? What's envy? Yeah. And somebody's a fool if they think that. What's envy? The Emperor. Aries energy. So if this person is an Aries, if this fire sign is an Aries, they are very, very jealous of you. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, it doesn't matter. I feel like somebody's envious of you because they see you as a leader. They know you don't take no bullshit and you don't let nobody dictate your life, how you move, none of that. You said, if I'm going to Vegas on Thursday, that's the day I said I'm going. I'm not going Friday, and I'm not changing my plane ticket. I'm not rerouting anything for you. Some of you guys could live in Vegas or be traveling to Vegas. I don't know why I said Vegas, but yeah, you're really leading your life differently. And a lot of you guys could have authority positions at your job. Like, people could already view you as the boss, as the one in charge. And somebody's very envious of that. Like, how are you mad that I lead my life the way I want? You could be too if you wasn't out here. Death in the reverse. Somebody, like I said, somebody isn't growing, they're decaying. And it's like, people don't even realize, if you keep avoiding rebirths, you keep trying to avoid the change that like God keeps like sending in messages in your life, and you keep trying to ignore it, you're basically shortening your lifeline. And I really say that because it's like, you're not getting anywhere closer to your soul's purpose. You're not actually trying to change or evolve in any type of way. You're just stuck. And if you're stuck, you're stagnant. And if you're stagnant, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're decaying. And what happens to things that decay? They die, right? Yeah, the high priestess, your intuition already been telling you this. Somebody could literally sleep around so much that they literally got to go get a checkup because they're sick type shit. Somebody's been living a little bit too much of a foolish life, and now it's really coming to bite them in the ass. And you're into this, the high priestess, and connect to your intuition. There's something that's been in your subconscious for a long time. And I feel like it's either time for you to speak up about it with that Page of Swords. But I feel like, you know, if you reach out and say this, it might cause some type of conflict. But for some of you guys, you may feel like this person that you had a child with, you may be questioning if you're the father. I don't know why I feel like I'm speaking to a Pisces man, but you may be like, look, you done been around a lot, and it's going to break my heart because I saw a future with you. I saw a life with you, but I just need to know at the end of the day, is this my child? That's all I need to know. And if you're a woman, I feel like you want to know if somebody's been such a loose cannon that you got to go get yourself checked up because they've been wilding out, bringing stuff back to you. Somebody you thought you were going to have a future, a family, a potential whole life with, been out here doing whatever. And now it's been laying in your subconscious this whole week, or you just been literally driving yourself crazy about what somebody been doing. You really are connected to the divine. Your thoughts are so fluent, and I feel like most of them come from your ancestors, literally. With the feathers here, somebody could be Indian or be part Indian. You don't have to be. But I just feel like there are recurring thoughts that you've been having, and it's time for you to speak up on them. Yeah. Because somebody is resisting change so much, and I feel like whatever they're doing, they don't want to change it. And them being envious, they don't want to change that either. And I love to say, somebody that's envious of you, they really love you because you watch me so much, so you must love something about me. And I do truly believe that, even when it comes to myself. If somebody likes you, watches you 24/7, has notifications turned on for you, always clocking you all the time, loves to watch you, loves to pick up on what you do, or literally just be a little like copycat, clickbaiter, whatever they feel like they want to do, but nobody will ever have your essence. Nobody will ever have your aura. Nobody will ever be you. And I feel like that's the greatness in it all. Just period. So envy, I take it as like a joke. Me personally, I low-key feel like it's funny. Because you're not really jealous of me at all. You may be jealous because you wish you did it like me, but at the same time, you love something about me. That's why you clock me so bad. That's why you want to be like me. Shit, you like it. I would like me too. For real. What else with the High Priestess? The High Priestess and the Empress is your major arcana. A lot of you guys could be pregnant, heavy fertility, or a lot of you guys could be engaged. And that's why you're starting to question everything now. Because this fire sign X is either popping up in the picture, popping back up in the picture, or you're just dealing with somebody that isn't refusing to change their ways. 3 of Wands coming out here. Yeah, a lot of you guys are about to explore other options. And I feel like that's why private relationship is coming out. A lot of you guys could be making travel plans. I did just say something about Vegas, so Vegas could be significant. But yeah, a lot of you guys are exploring where else your mind could go. Some of you guys could even be questioning your sexuality. Like, is this even who I really want to be with? Or am I about to switch it and go to the other side? Am I going to the other side of the bridge? The other side of the rainbow. But yeah, where's my life going to go from here without this person? Also, there's people arguing outside, so there could be a lot of animosity and tension within the home. A lot of you guys could be arguing. Real shit. What else? the Magician. You have the power to create whatever future you want, and you're really tapping into that now. And I feel like that's why a lot of you guys probably have a private relationship going on, because you're either, I'm not saying that's the right way to do things, but I feel like a lot of you guys may be having shit on the down low because you are in the process of leaving somebody. Also, whoever you're dealing with, that Cancer or that fire sign, they could have a private relationship and they are slowly doing whatever they're doing, being their little player at a year. And you're just like, oh yeah, no, I'm not having it. You're manifesting better for yourself. And I feel like soon as somebody comes knocking and they prove to themselves, oh yeah, I am better who you're dealing with, and I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. Yeah, you're going to be all for it. Yeah, because like I said, you're already in recovery. Somebody's already in their suffering while you're recovering. So I feel like, yeah, you made your bed, now lay in it. And like I said, envy is never really envy. They secretly love you. They do. They do. Yeah. And Pisces, this was your reading. I hope it helped. I hope it resonated some type of way. I love y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time.